Hey everyone, my name is Zach and I go to Rich Hill Methodist Church. Today we are going to be continuing our theme of looking at being gracious, and specifically looking at the idea of going above and beyond and going the extra mile for others. Whenever I think of this, it takes me back to a time about 2 years ago whenever I was lucky enough to go on a team to Egypt. About halfway through our trip, our team leader came in with a challenge for us. He gave us a piece of paper with all these different locations on it, and we had to go and find these places. The thing was, however, we weren't allowed to use our phones, which made it a lot more difficult. Instead, we were meant to go and talk to local people and try and get directions from them. Obviously, within about 5 or 10 minutes, we were completely lost and having to ask local people for help. What really strikes me about this day is how generous and gracious the people were with their time in order to help us. For example, if we did this in Northern Ireland, I'm sure people would be happy to help, but it'd be very much saying like, it's about 5 minutes that way, you're pretty close. But in Egypt, they literally walked with us from where we asked them right into the door. And then, for example, one woman, she brought us the whole way there and then gave her phone number to one of the girls in the team and said, if you ever need anything in the next couple of weeks, please come ask me, I'll be happy to help. This is a great example of someone going above and beyond. Paul says in Romans chapter 12, verse 10, be devoted to one another in brotherly love. And some translations finish this verse by saying, outdo one another in showing honour. This is a clear call for us believers to be gracious in how we treat others and to go the extra mile for them. We need to hold ourselves and each other to this standard in how we treat others and always try and exceed their expectations in how much we can help them. This Egyptian woman was such a good example of this in how she treated us. She had no need to do all the help that she gave us. There is countless examples in the Bible of people displaying this attitude. For example, Rahab helping the spies, how Boaz treated Ruth, and of course, so many stories from Jesus' time on earth. The main story that stands out to me from Jesus is the time he healed the paralysed man. Jesus was teaching at a building and there were such crowds there that these people couldn't get in. There was a guy paralysed, and the only way for them to see Jesus was by his friends carrying him on a stretcher and bringing him to the roof. They had to make a hole through the roof and then lower this man down to Jesus. This shows that the friends really went above and beyond to help their paralysed friend. Jesus also went the extra mile. Not only did he heal the man, but he also forgave him of his sins, which is so much more than that man expected from that day. Today, there might not be a group of strangers coming up to you in the street asking for directions so that you can help them, but I encourage you to be gracious and to go the extra mile for those you meet today and for also those you already know in your life, and to follow the words of Paul and be devoted to each other in love. I hope you have a nice day.